Okay, good morning students. Welcome to the mathematics class. So today we are going to discuss the model paper 2. So let us begin with the first question. Here you have the second model paper, mathematics. Okay, so the first question is like this. The values of x and y which satisfies the linear equation 2x plus 3y which is equal to 16 are. Very simple question. First understand the question properly. The values of x and y which satisfies this equation in the sense for what value of x and y you will get LHS is equal to RHS. In the RHS part you are observing that it is 16. So we need here LHS also 16 but 2x plus 3y is there. For all what values of x and y will get 16 in this side? Yes, can we check the first one? First one, x is equal to 5. See, if your answer is all are telling that option A is the right answer. If A is the right answer, then here you have to imagine 2 into 5 is 10, then 3 into 2 is 6, 10 plus 6 which is equal to 16. So no need to check the remaining three options because first only in the beginning only we got the answer x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 2 is answer. Got the idea of this question now? Very simple problem. Yes. So now we are moving to our next question. Okay, next question please. Okay, here we have the second question. Second question is by solving a pair of linear equations x plus y is equal to 8 and 2y minus x is equal to 1, the values of x and y are. 1 second students. Yes. You have got the time to work out that problem, no? Yes. X plus y is equal to 8 and 2y minus x is equal to 1. By solving a pair of linear equations, x plus y is equal to 8 and 2y minus x is equal to 1. So what are the values of x and y? So which method you applied actually? Elimination method to solve this one. X plus y is equal to 8 and 2y minus x is equal to 1. Here you just observe 2y minus x is equal to 1 is there. You have, while solving the equation you have to arrange that one. Minus x plus 2y which is equal to 1. Then no need to apply the sign change rule, no? Yes, if you want the solution for this, okay, then I want to show the solution part also. For this question paper, the board only, they have sent the key answers also. So you want to see the key answers from the board now? Yes, see here for the first question you have got the clear picture now. First question, the values of x and y which satisfies the linear equation 2x plus 3y is equal to 6. Here they have given the options here. In the box they have worked out actually. 2x plus 3y is equal to 16, 2 into 5 plus 3 into 2, then 10 plus 6 is equal to 16. Okay, this type they will provide the key answer. We are discussing the second question now. By solving a pair of linear equations x plus y is equal to 8 and 2y minus x is equal to 1, the values of x and y are. The first equation x plus y is equal to 8, call that equation as equation number 1. Then minus x, see we have arranged 2y minus x is equal to 1 is there, but we have to take it in the proper way, that is minus x plus 2y is equal to 1. Then here plus x and minus x get cancelled. Y plus 2y is 3y. Here 8 plus 1 is 9. Then y is equal to 3. By substituting y is equal to 3 in equation number 1, we'll get x is equal to 5. So which option is right actually? Option C is the right answer. X is equal to 5 and y is equal to 3. Got the idea of this problem now? Yes. Now again we are moving to question part. Third question. So we have to discuss the third question. The standard form of the quadratic equation 3x square is equal to 4 into 5x minus 3 is dash. Okay, the standard form. So you all know the standard form of the quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c which is equal to 0. Okay, here we have to substitute, we have to remove this bracket by doing the multiplication operation. 3x square which is equal to 4 into 5x, that is 20x, that is plus 20x this side first step, then 4 into minus 3 is minus 12, but here it is in the RHS part, but we need the standard form ax square plus bx plus c, which is equal to 0. So we have to take that plus 20x to this side, then it becomes minus 20x, then minus 12 to this side, in the sense that is plus 12. So which option is right? That is option D, 3x square minus 20x plus 12, which is equal to 0, is the right option. Got the idea, no? First you simplify this LHS and RHS separately, then take RHS part to LHS part, then you will get the standard form of the quadratic equation, that is 3x square minus 20x plus 12, which is equal to 0. Clear, no? No need to see the key answer part now. So next, for the next question, we'll glance the third question answer also. Now we are moving to fourth question. The pair of coincident lines in the following are. The fourth question is like this. The pair of coincident lines in the following are. Coincident condition. In the last class, we discussed the properties right now, what type of conditions we have to get for the parallel lines, coincident lines, intersecting lines. Yes, so which pair of, so we have to check that coincident lines condition. What is that coincident line condition? A1 by A2, which is equal to B1 by B2, that is equal to C1 by C2. We need all the A1 by A2, so that must be equal. So here by looking the options only, we can fatafat give the answer. 2 by 4 simplified by form is 1 by 2, 3 by 6 1 by 2, 9 by 18 1 by 2. See here, a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2. So here option B is the right answer, no? So this is option B. We have to satisfy the relation a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2. Just will glance the solution. See a third question solution they have given like this. Third question solution, 3x square is equal to then multiplication part. So you just glance the solution, no need to explain again, no? So next, fourth one, third one answer is here they have given properly. Then fourth one is a1 by a2. Just observe this box here. a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, that is equal to c1 by c2. So here 2 by 3, that is equal to 3 by 6, that is equal to minus 18 by minus 9. So then answer. So all the options are right, no? So here they have given actually, one second. Yes, got the idea of this one, no? Yes, fourth question you have got the idea, I think. 1 by 2 is the simplified form. But here they have mentioned 2. You just do the correction part for that. Yes, we are moving to our next question. So next question is, next is fifth question, no? The sum of first 15 terms of an arithmetic progression is 465 and the sum of first 14 terms of the same arithmetic progression is 406, then its 15th term is, okay, the sum of first 15 terms of an arithmetic progression is 465 and the sum of first 14 terms of the arithmetic progression is 406, then its 15th term is. So while attending the class, you have to sit with one rough work or rough notebook and pen. So you have to work out and you have to give the answer. So if you want to see the answer working part, fifth question answer is like this. Okay, so 15th and 14th, let us look at the problem again. The sum of first 15 terms is 465. Then for sum of first 14 term is actually what? 14 terms. And the sum of the first 14 terms of the same arithmetic progression is 406. Then its 15th term is. Then what is that 15th term? That we have to find out. 15th term is what actually? Option A 95, option B 59, option C 69 and option D 58. Now you can give the answer. Yes. Don't see the key answer part. It may wrong. Yes. See here, the sum of first 15 terms of an arithmetic progression is 465. Then sum of the first 14 terms is actually 406. 15 terms sum, in that if we subtract the 14 terms sum, then remaining will be the 15th term. That is option 59. Got the idea of this problem now? Yes. Next, again we are moving to question part, that is sixth question. Sixth question is like this. The 20th term of an arithmetic progression 1, 5, 9, 13 is. Very simple question. 20th term we have to find out. That means A20 we have to find out. A20. To get A20, yes, what we have to do? We have to take A20 is equal to A plus 19D. Can we take that one? Or you can use the general term an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So it's a very simple problem. A is given, difference is 4. A is 1, difference is 4 actually. Just take A20 is equal to a plus 19d. That is a value is 1 plus 19 into 4. So then what is your answer actually? 77. Yes, option A, 77 is the right answer. This is very simple question, no? Yes, option A, 77 is the right answer. Okay, so seventh question. If x, 8, 11, y are the consecutive terms of an arithmetic progression, consecutive terms of the arithmetic progression, the values of x and y are respectively equal to. So what we have to find here? The values of x and y we have to work out. Here we have to balance x and y. How to work out this one? We need x and y. Very simple, no? Here second term and third term is given, in the sense we can easily find out the difference. So what is the difference here? 11 minus 8 is 3. So then here what we have to do here? 3 is the difference, in the sense 11 plus 3 is, yes, 11 plus 3 is 14. Okay, so then second, here only we can guess the answer. 5 and 14. So 8 minus 3 is 5. Simple, no? A2 minus A1, which is equal to difference, no? So here 11 minus 8 is 3. So that's why we got the next term 11 plus 3 is 14. Then here 8 minus 3, which is equal to 5. So here the first term is 5 and the last term is in the x value is 5 and y value is 14. So this is about the second one minute action. Seventh question, option D is the right answer. Just let us glance the key answer part for that. Yes. Sixth question, here you have the solution. Just glance it. Sixth question, got the idea, no? 77. And here you have the seventh question. So first you have to find out the common difference D. 11 minus 8 is equal to 3. Therefore x, to get x, 8 minus 3, that is A2 minus A1. So 8 minus 3 we have to do. So that is 5. Then y is equal to, we have to add the difference to the preceding term, that is 11 plus 3, 14. This is about the seventh problem. Okay, so next is eighth question, no? Eighth problem. So we have eighth question here. If 8 comma x comma 20 are in arithmetic progression, here we have 8x 20 are in arithmetic progression, the value of x is dash. Value of x is dash. How to find out this one? First, what is the value of x here? A2 minus A1, which is equal to A3 minus A2. That we can apply, no? So all are telling that option C is the right answer, 14. How we got 14? Just I want to show the answer for that. Yes. Here you just see 8 plus 20 divided by 2. They did 8 plus 20 divided by 2. X is equal to 8 plus 20 divided by 2. That is 28 divided by 2. That is answer is 40. So this is also This method also you can do. Okay. So 8 plus 20. X is equal to sum of these two numbers divided by, okay, divided by, because it is in the middle portion. No? Huh? So divided by 2, then 28 divided by 2, x is equal to 14. Or you can apply a2 minus a1, which is equal to a3 minus a2 also you can take. There you will get x common factor by making one side x. Okay, then you will get x is equal to 14 only. So answer is option C, 14. Got the idea of this one? Yes. Next is again ninth question. The first term and the last term of an arithmetic progression are A and L. We all know first term is represented by small a and last term is represented by small l respectively. Then the sum of its first n terms is. So we discussed this formula in the class, right? First sum of first n terms, which formula is right? Sn is equal to n into 2a plus l divided by 2, or Sn is equal to n into a plus n minus 1 into d divided by 2, or Sn is equal to n into a plus l divided by 2, or Sn is equal to a into n plus l divided by 2. Which is the right answer? I'm waiting for your response. Yeah, fatafat. Sum of n terms. Sum of n terms. Only two students gave the answer. What about others? Others are not participating. Yes, I got the answer from Nikhil also. Yashaswini. Yes, next. Yes. Everybody is giving the option C. Yes, that is the right answer. Sn is equal to n into a plus l divided by 2. Okay, so Sn is equal to n. N is number of terms, a is the first term, then plus l is the last term, that divided by 2. Sn is equal to n into a plus l divided by 2 is the right answer. So option C, so keep it in mind formula, sum of n terms is. So in the last class we discussed no, when formulas and all given no, so you will get confused. But if you did the practice of this formula properly, then it is okay. Otherwise, it is difficult to choose the option. Okay. Yes. Now we are moving to 10th question. So 10th question is like this. 10th question is very simple question. The roots of the quadratic equation 4x square minus 81 is equal to 0 are. They have asked the roots. Very simple. Only two terms are there. 4x square minus 81 is equal to 0 in the sense very easy. 4x square, just transfer this minus 81 to this side, then it becomes plus 81. Then just transfer this 4 to this side, then 81 divided by 4. Then just apply the root. So here I'll show the answer for this 10th question. See here 4x square minus 81 which is equal to 0. Then 4x square is equal to plus 81. Then x square is equal to 81 divided by 4. But we need the roots in the sense the x value. Then this square power will come to this side, that becomes plus or minus square root of 81 by 4. So plus or minus square root of 81 by 4 is square root of 81 is 9 and 4 is 2. That is plus or minus square root of plus or minus 9 by 2, not square root. Square root removed, no? Yes, which option is right? Option D. Yes, option D is the right answer for this question. Here we are choosing option D is the right answer. Yes, many students are participating. Okay, so next question, 11th question. 11th question is also again the formula part. So the roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c which is equal to 0 are. The roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 r. So you all know how to find out the rules. Formula method. X is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So which option is right? Which option is right? X is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So option is option B. Option B is the right answer. Okay, option B is the right answer. Once you recall all the formulas. Okay, now 12th, question number 12. In finding the roots of the quadratic equation 6x square minus x minus 2 is equal to 0 by the method of factorization, the middle term minus x can be written as, very simple question. Okay, from the 8th standard you are practicing this splitting the middle term method. Okay, factorization method. How can you split this minus x to get the product as minus 12x square? Okay, so then the middle term is minus x. So you all know this type of method, no? Yes, which number we have to take here? Minus x we need. Which option is right actually? This one, first only 3x and minus 4x. 3x and minus 4x, then here you will get answer minus x. 3x into minus 4x minus 12x square. Yes, of course. Can we try this one? No, because here bigger number sign is plus, but here we have minus. Can we try this one? So if we try this one, no, minus 3x minus 4x minus 7x will get. Okay, then can we try this one? Minus 5x and minus 4x. But here if we try this one, minus x will get, but the product will get different. 20 will get, but here 16 to 2 is 12. So which option is right actually? Option A is the right answer. Got the idea of this problem now? Very simple question, right? Okay. So 13th question, question number 13. The quadratic equation in the following is. The quadratic equation in the following is. We have to choose the quadratic equation. Which is the right option? Can we choose the first? So you all know the quadratic equation standard form, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Quadratic power must be 2, degree is 2. But can we choose the first one? Can we choose the first one, students? Because it is having the power 2. No, because here plus x square get cancelled. Both side LHS and RHS side x square same is there, in the sense cancelled, no? Then you will get 3x plus 1 is equal to 2x. 3x plus 1 is equal to 2x is not a quadratic equation. And option B, 3x plus 2y minus 14 is equal to 0. This is also not a quadratic equation. Option C, x plus 2 by x is equal to x square. X plus 2 by x is equal to x square. This is not in the quadratic equation standard form. Looking the option D, x square plus bx plus c is constant. Okay, so which is equal to 0. So ax square plus bx plus c is the constant number, that is equal to 0. So this option D is in the standard form of the quadratic equation. So for question number 13, option D is the right answer. Got the idea of this one now? Yes. Next, question number 14. Here you have the actually key answer part. I think these are all easy, no? Just glance this one. If you want the key answer, then after the class I'll send. Okay. Now question number 14. In the right angle triangle ABC, angle B is equal to 90 degree. If tan C is equal to root 3, the value of angle A is. Understand the question properly. One right angle triangle ABC is there. Angle B 90 degree. Tan C is equal to root 3. So tan C, tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. Okay. So opposite by adjacent is equal to root 3 is given. Then the value of angle A is dash. So your options are 30 degree, 60 degree, 45 degree, 15 degree. Which option is right? Which option is right? How to guess the answer actually? So here they have given the direct answer. No need to worry about that. Tan C root 3. Tan C. C is root 3 tan C. So ABC is a right angle triangle. Here B is 90 degree. Tan C root 3 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So root 3 is tan C ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬಂದ್ರೆ root 3 ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? For what value of C you will get the tan value root 3? Yes, tan 60 degree is equal to root 3 alva. Hagagi you can guess the answer. Tan C measurement is 60 degree. 90 degree, 60 degree. Then we have to use the angle sum property of triangle 90, 60. Then remaining is 30 degree. Therefore, the value of angle A is equal to 30 degree. Got the idea of this type of problem, no? Tan C is equal to root 3 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ರೂಟ್ 3 ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಆ ಟ್ರಿಗ್ನೋಮೆಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಗೆ ರೂಟ್ 3 ಬಂದಿದೆ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ 60. tan 60 is equal to root 3. So then 60, 90 remaining is according to angle sum property 30. So therefore answer option A is the right answer. Got the idea of this problem, no? Yes. So now next question, here only we have the question, no need to move back again, no? So we'll discuss this question here only in the key answer part only. Sin theta is equal to 3 by 5. What is given in the 15th question? Sin theta is equal to 3 by 5 is given. Then I am reading the Kannada version. Then try to understand, it's okay. What is the value of 1 minus cos square theta? Okay, if sin theta is equal to 3 by 5, then what is the value of 1 minus cos square theta? Here we have now, if sin theta is equal to 3 by 5, the value of 1 minus cos square theta. 1 minus cos square theta. So this 1 minus cos square theta we have seen somewhere, no? Where in the cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1, we have the identity, no? Yes. 1 minus cos square theta is what actually? Sin square theta. We know that sin theta is 3 by 5, right now? So we are taking, we have to find out 1 minus cos square theta value here. 1 minus cos square theta is sin square theta. Then sin theta value we have to substitute here, that is 3 by 5. Then 3 by 5 whole square is 9 by 25. So the right option is 9 by 25, that is option C is the right answer. Option C is the right answer. This is about the question number 15. Easy, no? Yes. Now question number 16. Can we discuss here only question number 16? Yes, here we have question number 16. English version also is there. If sine of alpha plus beta is equal to 1 and cos of alpha minus beta is also equal to 1, where alpha plus beta is less than 90 degree, then the value of alpha and beta are. Okay, if sine of alpha plus beta is equal to 1 and cos of alpha minus beta which is equal to 1, so then alpha plus beta is less than 90 degree. Alpha and beta value we have to find out. So here you have the solution part. Sine of alpha plus beta is 1, in the sense alpha plus beta is equal to 90 degree. Why? Sine of alpha plus beta which is equal to 1, in the sense, so what is the value of sine 90? What is the value of sine 90? What is the value of sine 90, students? What is the value of sine 90? 1, no? Yes, that's why here we are taking alpha plus beta. Sine of something is equal to 1. Sine table ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1 value ಎಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Yes, 90 degree. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ alpha plus beta value is 90 degree, no? Yes. Now, cos of alpha minus beta is 1. ಕಾಸ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಎಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ? ಕಾಸ್ 0 is equal to 1. ಸೈನ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕಾಸ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ತಾನೆ? ಎಸ್. ಸೊ ಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ 0, ಸೊ ಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ 0 is equal to 1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬೀಟಾ is 0. Now just apply the elimination method. Alpha plus beta is 90 degree, alpha minus beta is 0 degree, plus minus both beta minus beta cancelled, then 2 alpha is equal to 90 degree, therefore alpha is equal to 90 by 2, 45. alpha 45 ಬಂದ್ರೆ beta ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Just substitute alpha 45 in any one of the equation, then beta is equal to 45. Alpha 45 and beta 45. So that is option D. Option D is the right answer. Option D is the right answer. Got the idea of this part now? Yes, this is about the 16th question. Now 17th question. Here we have the 17th question. So I got the meeting warning last 5 minutes. Let us try to finish this remaining questions in 5 minutes. Otherwise, just for 5 minutes, you just join for the same link. Okay. Now, yes. Question number 17. In the figure ABC is a right angle in which angle B is equal to 90 degree. BC is 6 centimeter. This BC is 6 centimeter. Angle A is 30 degree. Then the length of AC is dash. Then the length of AC is dash. What is the measurement of AC? B 90, A 30 degree. So then which concept we have to apply here? Which concept we have to apply here? Question number 17. Yes. So we have to find out AC. BC is given. If we consider this 30 degree as theta, then this is opposite side. Then AB is adjacent side. Then this is AC is hypotenuse side. So opposite is given. Then hypotenuse we have to find out. Yes, which ratio we have to take? Sine ratio. Opposite ಮತ್ತೆ hypotenuse cover ಆಗೋದು ಯಾವ ರೇಷಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ? Sine ರೇಷಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ. Then we have to apply sine 30 degree is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. Just observe the ratio here. Sine A is equal to this opposite by hypotenuse. Then sine 30 is equal to, here BC is 6 divided by AC. Then cross multiplication. Sine 30 value is 1 by 2. Then AC is equal to 2 6 are 12. So AC measurement is 12. That is option. Which option? Yes, option B is the right answer. Okay. So now we are again back to 18th question. So which one of the following is a correct relation? So now 18th question. Which one of the following is a correct relation? Which one is a correct relation? Tell me fatafat. Tan square theta is equal to secant square theta plus 1. Do we have that type of relation? Then sin theta is equal to 1 by secant theta. Yes, of course it is wrong. Tan theta is cos theta by sin theta. This is also wrong. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Yeah, your all favorite identity right now, because it is easy to remember. So which one is a right? Here they have asked for the correct relation only. No, correct relation is, that is option D. So that is option D. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Okay. Yes. Now next question. 19th question. The midpoint of the line segment joining the points A of x1 y1 and B of x2 y2 is which option? You have the formula now. How to find out the midpoint of the line segment in the coordinate geometry chapter? Which is the perfect answer? Yes, by looking the second option. Yeah, x2 plus x1 divided by 2, then y2 plus y1 divided by 2. This is the formula we are using to find out the midpoint of the A of x1 y1 and B of x2 y2. So our answer is option B is the right answer. And we are in the last question. I think we are able to finish the last question in this only. So no need to join with the same link, students. We'll stop the class for 20th question. Okay. So last question is like this. The distance between the points A of 0, 5 and B of minus 5, 0 is dash. Direct question. AB distance we have to find out using the distance formula. You all know the distance formula. D is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Substitute x1 y1 x2 y2 in the following. Actually you will get root 50. Root 50 you can further simplify in the form of root 25 into 2, that is 5 root 2. Which option is right? 5 root 2 units. 5 root 2 units. Option C is the right answer. Okay. Option C is the right answer. Okay, students. So we have finished the first 20 questions in the second model paper. So I got many model papers that different districts model papers. So after finishing this one, we'll start with the different districts model papers. Okay, so these 20 questions you just work out in any one side of your notes. Okay, so today you have